You know, I had a lot of complaints about the show. I thought that it was the fourth best season, and I still stand by that. I still think it's the fourth best season of the show. But you know what? At the end of the day, once the credits started to roll on this episode, I won't lie, I was jumping in my seat. I was like a little kid on Christmas. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Movie Talk. And The Boys season 4 finale has just dropped, and it is a doozy. Like I said, I had a lot of problems with season 4, and I still stand by those problems. I still think that they were evident even in this final episode. But even with all that being said, it was still an amazing episode. Like, it's not the best finale that the show's ever had, but man, it was pretty close. So, I'm not going to get in spoilers in the first part of the video. However, in the second part of the video, I'll talk about spoilers because there's some stuff I specifically want to talk about. But I mean, just going off of just the spoiler free discussion, I think that by far what The Boys does that makes it so good is how you get so interested in every single character and they all feel like real people. And they do things that make you a jaw drop, it'll make you cry, angry, sad. It makes you feel all these range of emotions. And I think that's just what I love so much about The Boys is that it's not just a superhero satire show, it's a superhero satire show that has just some of the best characters in television. Throughout this season, they haven't really been building to something like epic that I was really hoping for, like they did in season 3, where it was all building up to this final big, it was supposed to be final big battle against Homelander with Soldier Boy. But I think that what this season was doing was not to set up that, but just to set up season 5 as a whole. Because this story, The Boys season 1, started out at just mostly being a small scale story, really. It was just about Butcher trying to find and kill Homelander. And it's slowly been evolving into something much larger. And I love that when a show can start out so small scale and then by the final season, it's building up to something epic. Like I look back at like Breaking Bad, they did that perfectly. Where like it was starting out as just a guy trying to make money for his family and it turned to an entire empire that he built. And I think that's what's going on with season 5, where like it's like legitimately like large scale like fate of the world type situation that this is all getting into. But I'll just talk about the whole season in general. Like I said, it was an up and down season. There was some really high highs, like the everything that Homelander did when we went back to the original testing lab and with all those scientists. By far, one of the best things to ever happen in The Boys. It was so perfectly done. And then there was also some really low lows, like what happened with Huey. You know what I'm talking about. And it just all of that being said, like looking at it in general, I don't think that it was a great season. It was a good season, but I'm not going to say it was a letdown, but it just wasn't everything that I was hoping for. And I think that's fine. A show doesn't need to be perfect to be good. And this show is a great example of that. It's not a perfect show, but it's still a very good show that I very much enjoy, love, and I love watching. Like, I still love this show so much that at the very second that I can, I try to turn on the TV, wake up early in the morning, and watch the new episode because I'm so invested with everything that's going on. And I'm just super happy they're ending it with season 5 because this show could have gone on for way too long. And that's not what should have happened. And I'm really glad they know that 5 seasons is more enough. I think 5 seasons is about where every show should end. I feel like it just gets to a certain point where, like, excluding something like a sitcom, where like it's really just more like episode based type storytelling. I'm talking about like a show like this, where like probably like 5, 6 seasons is about all you need to tell a story from beginning to end. Granted, there's always different situations for everything, but that's just in general. I'm happy that they're ending at season 5. Now let's get into spoilers because most of the stuff that I really want to talk about kind of has to do with spoilers, and so it's really most of this review is really what I'm pointing at. So yeah, again, spoilers. So if you don't want to know what happens in the season finale, just click off the video, watch it, and come back. So with now that y'all know, I love what Butcher has been doing. I know a lot of people are saying that season one Butcher's back, and I wouldn't say that because this is more of like a stone cold type killer Butcher who just he no longer cares. He has a goal and he's going to get to that goal. Season one Butcher still kind of had some heart in him, not a whole lot that later on, but like he still had some heart. However, season 5 Butcher is going to be a completely different person. And I've never read the comics, but from what I'm hearing, it's more comic accurate, which I love to see that. But I am so interested, especially because what he did in the final, like one of the final scenes that he was in. I mean, my jaw was on the floor when he picked up Newman with that weird chest tentacle thing he has and just rips her in half. I did not think she was going to die. I really didn't. I thought she was one of the few characters that I was for sure that she was going to survive. And just watching him just walk in, because like as soon as he pushed Huey away, I knew things were going to go down. However, I didn't think that they were going to full on kill Newman. I thought he was just going to get the virus and just escape like that. But he just picks her up and just rips her in half. And it was like my jaw, like I wish I could have recorded my reaction to that episode because I was not expecting that at all. I really thought that she was going to be in it until the end. At the very least, she was going to die in season 5. I didn't think that they were just going to kill her just like that. Also, I really love this New World Order type thing that the superheroes are going to start doing because I know that's what's going to happen. Like I said, I've never read the comics, so I don't know what happens at the end of the series, but I just know for a fact that like it's going to get to the point where like it's just going to become a New World Order type thing. And I mean, they've kind of pretty much been building that already, especially with like Homelander talking about what he talking about with Newman about like you don't need to worry about getting reelected. And I do believe this is most definitely going to get to the point where Homelander is going to try to become like the supreme dictator of the world or something. But this show is building up to something great. I mean, like something truly great because I thought that like this was going to be season 5 was going to be awesome. But then at the very end, of course, it's a superhero show. It has to have a post-credit scene. Soldier Boy being back. I knew, I think everyone knew that he was going to return to the show somehow. But just how they revealed it, because as soon as they walked in and I saw the pod that was sitting in the middle of the room, I knew he was back. And I can't wait to see whatever they do with him. But I mean, overall, I thought this was a very great ending to the season. I thought that it was just a roller coaster of a season, and that it was it was a good show. It was a good season. Not great, but I really loved this season finale. I thought that it did everything right, everything that it needed to do. And I'm really happy that this is where the show is going because I just seeing like knowing what's going to be happening with season 5. I am so pumped for this show. I am pumped for whatever Kripke has to do next. I'm excited for this show. I it sucks that the show is finally coming to an end because like it feels like I've been watching this show for so long by this point. But I am really happy what's going on with it, and I am looking forward to what happens next. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I mean, if you enjoy the review, like and subscribe to the channel, share the video if you want, and I mean, comment down below whatever you thought of the episode or the season as a whole. I mean, do you agree with me, disagree with me? I mean, what are your thoughts on it? I'd love to hear everything that you have to say about it. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. So it's movie talk. See ya.